Okay, so looking at some specific options for different exports and different ways to use uh, the drawing in Google. So here we go. First, this is an idea of how to make, like, let's just say a logo. So I'm going to change the background to transparent, and I've got myself a logo that I want to use. Now, if I make it bigger, I'm going to center it, and let's say I like that. Now, I can download it in a multitude of ways. Bring it down as a JPEG. Can even bring it down as a PNG. Now, if I open it as a PNG and open it as a JPEG, kind of show you kind of how that works here, you'll notice the PNG version came out transparent. The JPEG version just filled the back with just general white because I didn't tell it to do anything different. So if you wanted to have a clean logo to put over something else, you now have a transparent one if you shoot it out in a PNG. Next, let's say that you wanted to do a letter. This is Fostoria City Schools Letterhead. You could do it with your own letterhead if you wanted. And all I did here is I basically have three pieces. I have this image in the back, which when I hit the format options, you'll see all I did was take it and make it mostly transparent. I sent it to the back. I made this page in the page setup 8.5 by 11 for normal paper, and then I made a text box and moved that over top and put it in position. And I can make myself a letter with the letterhead template, and I was able to spit this out as a PDF, and you could send this as a normal letter, but it gives you an option that Google Docs doesn't give you because you can kind of fade an image into the back. So you can make custom images, send them out as PNGs, JPEGs, pictures. You can also make letterhead, posters, cartoons, comics. This is a pretty neat tool for students to do a wide variety of multimedia presentations with photos and mixed media. But there's also another cool option, and that is inside of Google Docs, in other Google products, you can actually bring in a drawing. So for example, I could go in and pull in the I'm a writing portion, and I can insert it with a link to the source or insert it unlinked. If I insert it to it with a link to the source, what's cool is I get this button to update. So for example, if I decide to change something over here on the drawing itself, let's say that I decide I want to make the background orange. Then on the Google Doc that I sent out, they'll get a thing to update. And when I update it, the picture updates. So teachers, you guys could probably come up with a lot of cool ideas for that. If you have a Google drawing inserted into a Google slide and you want to update it, or a Google Doc and you want to update it, it's just kind of a neat way to create sort of a living document. Other things, if you do bring it in, you do get options to further crop it inside the doc. You can adjust it in the doc, but it's linked to the drawing. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that I wanted to bring in that downloaded PNG version. I could do that as well. So for example, if I wanted to bring in PNG, I could drag that in and work with that in the Google Doc if I wanted. So there we are with the PNG. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know.